Okay, just a minute. I contact my topic master because I can't see her.
Oh, topic master. Who is topic master today?
Fanny.
Oh, I don't know Penny.
Yeah, she's new.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, just a minute. She will be joining in a minute.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I can see she has joined. So let us continue. So good evening, everyone. My name is Delphina Kingi, and I'll be your presiding officer for tonight's session. Welcome to the Learn to Earn program, where you gain knowledge and earn Actuate token for your participation. This is our 10th session of Core 2, and tonight we'll be focusing on user experience improvement. This is an important topic because understanding how users interact with our platform can help us make better, more effective DeFi solution. And at that note, yeah, last week on a Tuesday, we did delve on DeFi solution. So yeah, you'll be relating this topic to the DeFi solution. So let me take you through the agenda for today's session. First, we'll have the topic presentation by Fanny Okeido. Yeah, Fanny will dive deep into user experience. Yeah, she'll be defining and also explaining why it is important to women and how it will help women improve their lives and that of their families. After that, we'll have the additional points and comments by our CEO of Actuate Biomedicine, Dr. Masharia Waruingi. He will share his insight and also expand on Fanny's points. And after Dr. Masharia will have question and answer session. So this is your chance to ask question and share your thoughts. So remember, your participation is important. So after that, I'll have the closing remarks. So with that, allow me to welcome our first speaker, Feni Okedo. Feni, you are welcome.
Hello, everyone. Hope you can hear me.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, my name is Feni Okado, and thank you for giving me this platform. So today I'll be talking about user experience improvement, and I'll start first by defining user experience improvement, which refers to the overall experience a user has when interacting with a product or service. It encompasses usability, accessibility, design, and the user's emotional response. And a good user experience aims to make interactions efficient, intuitive, and satisfying. So go to the importance of the user experience in DeFi. So user experience is crucial as it directly affects user adoption and satisfaction. A poor user experience can deter engaging with DeFi platforms, while an excellent user experience can facilitate access and empower users, especially women, by making financial services more accessible and user-friendly. So we have the key principles of user experience design. Just to list a few, we have usability, which is the platform should be should be easy rather to navigate with a clear layout and intuitive control. We have accessibility, which ensures the platform the platform should be usable by people with various abilities and disabilities. And also we have aesthetics. A visually appealing interface enhances user satisfaction. Trust and security, building trust through transparent, secure interactions. And we also have efficiency, which allows users to complete tasks quickly and effectively. We have another section here, which is now we are talking about we want to integrate user experience and the DeFi. So we are going to look at user experience improvements for women in DeFi. And we have a few points here. The first point is the onboarding process, where we have simplification. For simplification, we simplify the registration and onboarding process with clear step-by-step guidance, use visuals and tooltips to assist new users. Educational content, provide easy to understand educational content on DeFi concepts, risks, and benefits during onboarding. For the second point, we have educational resources, whereby we have interactive tutorials, which include interactive tutorials and demo accounts to help users get familiar with the platform without risking real money. For the FAQs, and we also have FAQs and glossaries, which offer comprehensive. It offers comprehensive FAQs and glossaries to explain DeFi terminology and process. We have webinars and workshops, host regular webinars and workshop to educate women about DeFi and blockchain technology. For the third point, we have customer support. Multi-channel support offers robust customer support through multiple channels such as chatbots, live support, and community forums. We have responsive Still under customer support, we have responsive assistance. Ensure customer support is responsive and empathetic to address users' concerns promptly. And for the fourth point, we have trust and security. Clear communication. Ensure clear communication. Communicate the security measures in place to protect users' funds and personal information. And we also have, still under trust and security, we also have educational content on security. Provide resources on how to maintain digital security, such as securing wallets and recognizing phishing attempts. Still under trust and security. Ensure transparency. Maintain transparency about how user data is used and stored. And on the fifth point, we have personalization and customization, whereby user preferences. It allows users to customize their experience based on their preferences, such as interface themes, notification settings, and preferred languages, and personalized recommendations. Use AI to offer personalized recommendations based on users' behaviors and preferences. So we have research and user testing. The first point on research and user testing, we have user feedback, whereby surveys and interviews are carried out, whereby we regularly collect and analyze feedback from female users through surveys and interviews to identify pain points and areas for improvement. Still under user feedback, we have user reviews. Monitor user reviews and ratings to gauge satisfaction and identify common issues. For the second point under research and user testing, you have usability testing. Testing sessions. Conduct usability testing sessions with women from different backgrounds to ensure the platform meets their needs. And iterative design. We have use an iterative design approach, continuously refining the platform based on user feedback and testing results. Just a minute. Okay. And also we have practical steps for the user experience improvement. So these are the steps we can use practically. For the first point, we have simplified interfaces. We have minimalist design. Design clean and intuitive interfaces with clear call to action buttons and minimal clutter. Consistency, we have ensure consistency in design elements such as buttons, colors, and fonts to create cohesive experience. For the second point, and the practical use of practical steps for user experience improvement, we have mobile first design, whereby we have optimization. Ensure the platform is optimized for mobile devices, considering the increasing smartphone usage, especially in developing regions. And also responsive design. Use responsive design techniques to provide a seamless experience across different devices and screen sizes. And for the third point, we have community building. We have forums and social features. Foster a sense of community through forums, social features, and events where women can share experiences and advice. Also, mentorship programs. Develop mentorship programs connecting users with newcomers. And now we have why user experience improvements are important to women. Now, this is where the importance comes in. Why user experience improvements is crucial. We have financial inclusion, whereby you have access to services. Better user experience makes it easier for women to access financial services, especially those who are underserved by traditional banking systems. And also, still under financial inclusion, we have breaking barriers, and it's intuitive design and accessible platforms help overcome barriers such as limited financial literacy. The second point, why user experience improvement is crucial, is economic empowerment. We have control over finances and economic empowerment. So a good user experience enables women to manage the finances independently and confidently. And also there's autonomy, which enhances financial independence, leading to greater autonomy in personal and professional life. And we also have the point on cost effectiveness, which whereby we have lower fees. The user-friendly platforms can highlight cost-saving opportunities and efficient financial management. And we also have transparency, whereby clear communication of fees and process reduces the risk of hidden charges and misunderstandings. And another section here is how women can use improved user experience in DeFi effectively. We have savings and investments, whereby staking and under staking and yield farm, we have how women can use improved user experience in DeFi effectively. So the first point was through savings and investments, and staking and yield. Farming, use easy to navigate platforms to stake cryptocurrencies and participate in yield farming, earning passive income. And also diversified portfolios, access user-friendly tools to diversify investments across various DeFi assets. The second point is access to credit and loans. We have DeFi lending platforms. Utilize platforms with good user experience for borrowing funds without traditional credit checks, and also microloans. Women can easily apply for and manage microloans to support small businesses and personal financial goals. And the third point, we have financial management, and women can be encouraged to use budgeting tools, which leverage integrated budgeting tools can be used to track expenses and manage finances efficiently. And we also have, still under financial management, you also have automated savings, and women can set up automated saving plans through intuitive interface to consistently save money. So the fourth point, we have cross remittances. Women can use DeFi platforms to with streamlined user experience for faster, cheaper cross-border currency conversion. This is still under cross-border transaction. Currency conversion. Women can access user-friendly decentralized exchanges, DEX, for cost-effective currency conversions. And with me here are also notes for effective use of DeFi by women. I've broken it down to education and awareness, security practices, research and due diligence, financial planning, network and support. And after that, I'll have a conclusion. But first of all, let me have a breakdown of the notes that I have. So under education and awareness, we have learning resources. Women can utilize online courses, webinars, and tutorials to understand DeFi concepts, risks, and opportunities. Community involvement, still under education and awareness. Community involvement, and we have women can engage with DeFi communities to share experiences and learn from others. The second point under the notes I'm giving out on the effective use of DeFi by women, we have security practices whereby they can secure wallets through use of reputable wallets and secure them with strong passwords and two-factor authentication, 2FA, and also avoid phishing. Phishing, that is PHISHING. Be cautious of phishing attempts and only use trusted links and platforms. And we have research and due diligence as the third point, whereby they can have platform research through conducting thorough research on DeFi platforms before investing or using their services. Also, we have undertaking risks, still under research and due diligence. We have undertaking risks. Women can be aware of the risks involved, such as smart contracts vulnerabilities and market volatility, and take steps to mitigate them. And we also have financial planning. We have women can set goals, define clear financial goals, and use DeFi tools to achieve them, whether it's saving for education, starting a business, or building an emergency fund. Still under financial planning, we have diversify. They can spread investments across different DeFi platforms and assets to minimize risks. And we also have network and support. And this will have mentorship. Women can seek mentorship from experienced DeFi users and professionals to guide decision-making and strategy. And also have support system whereby they engage with women's networks and support groups focused on DeFi to stay informed and motivated. And I think that's all I have for the side notes on how women can use the user experience effectively. Women in DeFi can use the user experience effectively. So I'll have a conclusion. By focusing on improving user experience, DeFi platforms can become more accessible and empowering for women. This leads to greater financial inclusion, economic empowerment, and better financial management. Ensuring a friendly design, providing educational resources, and maintaining robust customer support are key to making DeFi a valuable tool for women to improve their lives and the lives of their families. Thank you. That's all I have for today. And thank you so much for the platform. Yeah. Dolphin, back to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Fanny, for that wonderful presentation on user experience improvement. Yeah, we have seen through your presentation, you have seen that improving user experience in DeFi is essential for making financial tools more accessible and empowering for women. So good UX promotes financial inclusion, simplifies access to services, and supports economic empowerment. And through that, women benefit by gaining control over their finances, accessing cost-effective services and confidential, engaging in DeFi activities like savings, investments, and loan. So we have also seen the key steps for DeFi platform include: one is prioritizing usability, accessibility, aesthetics, trust, and efficiency. The second point is simplifying onboarding processes. And the third point is providing educational resources. The fourth point is offering robust customer support. The fifth point is ensuring trust and security. And the sixth point is allowing for personalization. So regular user feedback and usability testing guide continuous improvement, making DeFi more inclusive and equitable, enabling women to manage their finances effectively and achieve financial independence. So thank you so much, Penny, for that wonderful presentation. Yeah, and welcome to our platform. So with that, allow me to welcome the CEO of Actuate Biomedicine, Dr. Macharia Waruingi, to give us the additional points regarding the topic and also to share his insight. On that note, if you have any question or any comments or you have any additional points to add, you can send it on our chat box. Feel free. So with that, Dr. Macharia, you are welcome.
Oh, thank you, Dolphin. Thank you so much. Can you hear me? Yeah, Dolphin?
Yes.
Hello? Okay, good.
Yes, I can hear you. Yeah. All
right, that's awesome. Thank you so much, Dolphin, for presiding over this meeting today. And Fanny Okado, is it? Fanny Okado? Yeah, thank you for bringing us back to user experience. How we experience the software matters a lot. Because if the experience is bad and painful, then we are not likely to use it. So when this is about software design, all those people who are doing or designing all these interfaces, they want to make sure that they are as beautiful as possible, aesthetically, usable and accessible. And then it has all those good features that Fanny has talked to us about. I believe this is why we have African women in decentralized finance, so that we can spread the word about what women should expect from the DeFi system, the DeFi applications. How should they experience them? And also so that they can give feedback to the designers of those programs. This is what it's all about, and having these sessions every week is going also to improve your the user experience, because user experience, as Fanny has told us, begins with education. People cannot experience something unless they know about it, they learn about it. Then they can start looking at it and exploring it. Then they can figure out how to experience it. Well, the blockchain or the DeFi itself comes with a lot of esoteric language, very complicated new words like DeFi, the word DeFi itself, words like cryptocurrency. Those kind of words are frightening to a lot of people, and because they're new and they seem like they are made for some chosen group of people. But then if then we don't break down the barriers by teaching people, educating them, then becomes very difficult for people to use those applications. And that's why even when you're making user interface, even in our own, in Actuate Nation itself, is consistently talking about these things, so that the language can become, you could say, second nature. So people actually learn the language of decentralized finance. So user experience begins by learning the language. Supposing you go to another country, like you end up in Nigeria, for example. If you don't know how to speak if you don't understand the way the Nigerians speak, you will have very bad experience in that country. Or you go to China. If you don't know how Chinese, speak, what they call things, what Chinese people call water, you won't even be able to ask for water to drink. So that is, user experience begins with understanding the language. And that language is where people who are designers also need to have so many explanation, ways of explaining things in the application itself, using videos, using glossary of words, using frequently asked questions, so that you can help people, first of all, understand the language. And so I would like to tell you is that when you encounter something new, today, first of all, you want to understand what it is all about by learning its language. And there's so many ways, so many places where you can go and learn about something. You can either Google the word explanation. You can go to YouTube. YouTube is very, very, very helpful because, for example, if you find a word like DeFi, DEFI, you can just go to Google and type in the search bar, what is DeFi? And then you find a whole bunch of videos that you can watch to explain to you what that word means. So don't be lost in the vocabulary. There is so many places to get knowledge about what you're looking for. And today it's even much easier, even than YouTube. There's AI, artificial intelligence systems like ChatGPT, where you can ask ChatGPT a question about what you're looking for. You can ask ChatGPT, explain to me what is decentralized finance. Only that you have to be careful with the GPT or even other large language models like the Google Bard or Gemini, because they can be hallucinating some answers. But that hallucination problem is not so big, because most of the things that GPT is going to respond to you are going to be correct answers. Okay, so I think the idea about these GPTs hallucinating is very exaggerated. But what I'm saying is that you have access to information to help you experience the technology even better. Now, let's say the DeFi itself, or cryptocurrency, because it begins with wallets. You see, wallets themselves, even understanding a wallet, it's a big deal. So you need to take a lot of lessons to understand how the wallet works, how to create a public key, private key. All that is jargon. So if before you know what public key means and the difference between public key and private key and passphrase, that is jargon, and that's what makes user experience difficult. So when you come in situations like that, when the language is very new, all you have to do is be very, very patient. It is very important to learn everything properly, because if you don't learn things properly, you can get cheated, you can get fished, as Fanny told us. So it is the accuracy, that accuracy of learning depends on your patience. It all depends upon you, how patient. It all depends. It depends upon you on how patient you are in learning. If you like learning things superficially, blockchain is not for you. Go somewhere else. I'm telling you, I'm very serious. If you're not patient in learning details, just go somewhere else. You cannot bypass these things. You can never bypass details. Because bypassing details will mean that you end up making a mistake. And details, I mean, they're simple as how you safeguard your private key. So you know your passcode, your passphrases, you write them on a paper. Those might look like tiny details, but if you're not listening, you might be going to create a wallet, and when you're creating a wallet, you're just going through the steps, and then you end up not missing one step. And if you miss one step, you have missed everything. You destroy everything. So understanding wallets, understanding what they mean, and how to keep your money safe is very, very important. That comes from understanding the language. Okay, so language. What is public key? What is private key? What are passphrases? What do you do with them? These are First of all, it means that you have to invest time to understand before you want to be understood by the system. Now, there are systems that even if you understand the language are still very complicated, very painful to deal with. For example, because the user interface is so disorganized, the things are not, they're not intuitive. So what Fanny has told us is for those designers, they want to design the interface to be intuitive, that people don't have to guess what do these things mean, because there's so many. There's a there's a lot of websites that you go to. They have dots or things or maybe some symbols. You don't really know what they mean, or maybe, and if you click them, they happen to have some very, very useful information. Because the guys who are writing these things, remember, they are geeks. Well, they're computer scientists. They have their own language, and they might think that what they have done there is quite obvious to them, but it's not obvious to everybody else except in their own place. They know what those things mean because they are symbols. And if you're designing a web page or you're designing a user interface for a mobile phone, you want to make sure you don't leave anything to guesswork. Because you know it doesn't mean that anybody else knows it. Don't leave room for people to guess, like, what does this mean? Yeah. What does this dots mean? What do these X's mean? What do this? Because people are not going to guess. What they're going to do is make mistakes. So a good user interface is one that does not lead people to making mistakes. Yeah. There's another thing in the user experience is settings. When you get into an application, whether it's a mobile application or a web app, what shows on your interface is what is instructed from the settings. So I think one thing you want to understand is that what you see is what you have allowed the software to show to you. That information is in the settings. And the user interface usually does not ask you allow or not allow. So there are checkboxes somewhere hidden in the settings. So I think every time you go to to an application or even a web page, or say an app, these apps which are dynamic that are interacting with you, and you're having some sort of difficulty, go to settings and read the settings line by line. It becomes very difficult for you to read the settings. You can go to YouTube and YouTube, you write a video explaining to you what is going on that application. That way you'll understand it, because usually there must be somebody else who has encountered a similar problem and has created a YouTube video explaining what is going on with that particular application. So for you to understand the user interfaces and to have good user experience, rely a lot on YouTube to educate yourself about the settings of that particular application. And I'm saying this thing for all types of applications, whether it's wallets, exchanges, or even things like you use like Gmail, YouTube. Find out the knowledge about settings and how you can change settings to make the user interface even much more accessible to you and give you much better aesthetics and much better user experience. So these things are kind of hidden in plain sight. Why do the programmers hide them in plain sight? Because they expect everybody else is a programmer, that we should know that knowledge is hidden in the settings. So I'm telling you, it's in the settings that you will find to overcome a lot of problems. One organization that is extremely notorious by hiding these things in the settings is called Google. So Google does not keep things out there in plain sight for you. Whether it's your Gmail, YouTube, there's so much that is in the settings that you can alter in the settings. But if you don't know, and so this is not to make it look like hard work. Settings are not complicated. It's just another page that you open, it's actually directly available to you when you open your Gmail. It's called Gmail settings or YouTube settings. Look at them. So what I would like to ask you is get into the habit of looking at settings when you get in. So that applies to wallets, crypto wallets, so that you can understand what is there. I hear a lot of people asking me a lot of questions. First of all, they ask me a lot of questions about their wallets, and then I tell them, did you look in the settings? Only when they go to the settings, they find the answer right there. For example, in Trust Wallet, and also how you get into the settings is not all that easily accessible, because I think, as I said, these programmers think that you must be guessing your way through the system. Either there's some three dots up there, dot dot dot, arranged in a vertical sequence, dot dot dot. That means more action. Other actions, dot dot dot. It's like you're opening. Hello? Can you hear me? Did I lose?
Yes.
Oh, you can hear
Yes.
me? Okay.
Yeah.
So that's one thing, is that every page that you go to, see, like in Trust, you open your Trust wallet, you find dot dot dot. Always open it and find what is in those dot dot dot. It means there's actually more settings in there. And another way to find the settings, they're either at the bottom of a page, which is if it's on a mobile device, or maybe even at the top. So it is not always, they're not always in the same location in different applications. So settings are either at the top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right. So you find settings. Sometimes settings have got, there's no word settings, but they have an icon, which is like an icon. What do you call that thing? That icon for settings, which has got, it's like a wheel, a wheel that has got so many teeth. I forget the name for that wheel. Yeah. So the wheel for settings, that always open settings and look at what is in there, because that's what helps you to understand the user interface. Now, that said, the companies which create these applications, they are very, you see, they're working very hard because they get user feedback. As Fanny has told us, they get user feedback from the communities of users, and then they try to improve, but see, they're still behind. One company that has done a lot of work in improving the user experience is MetaMask wallet. So MetaMask, because MetaMask has been around with maybe since 2015 or sometimes around there, they have had a lot of feedback from people and they have improved. So MetaMask is a very good wallet. MetaMask is not only available as a web wallet, but also as a mobile wallet. And MetaMask, initially it was just for the Ethereum network, but I think they have made MetaMask for other blockchains, such as Bitcoin, Solana, and the like. So MetaMask is very, very good. And MetaMask now is able to interface with the DeFi system, with Uniswap. You see, so that interfacing is what actually troubles some people. How do you connect from your wallet to an interface to say a decentralized market such as Uniswap? And that's what we are talking about. You don't want that process to be painful to the users. You don't even want to have the users have to worry about how to connect. Just maybe it should be point and click that you're connecting, or maybe swap right, swipe left. So it becomes the user experience is very efficient. So MetaMask is working very hard to make the user experience even better. MetaMask has also created something called MetaMask Portfolio. I still don't know how That portfolio means that you can, MetaMask will aggregate your investments that are on different exchanges, different chains, and they'll be showing on the same portfolio. You see, that improves your user experience because you do not have to shut down MetaMask to go to another place, but becomes like what people call one-stop shop, a supermarket. So that, you see, when you go to a supermarket, you can go to so many different department stores within the same building. And so that increases the user experience rather than in the traditional way where you had one shop in one town and the next shop is in another town. But so you can have all the products on the same platform. What MetaMask has also tried to do is to help you bridge through different chains. Okay, because we know that nowadays the bridging is manual, so that the bridging experience, that if you have your tokens in one chain, such as the Ethereum chain, and then you want to interact with Binance chain, you have to bridge them. What I've heard MetaMask people saying is that they don't want you to notice that the bridging is happening as a user. MetaMask is going to be doing that behind the scenes for you. And so, and I think other wallets, when they come in and take that technology, so that the bridging technology is happening spontaneously, then the user experience is enhanced. Now, you see, because all this thing is very high tech, it can be very disenchanting for women, discouraging for a lot of women. They say, I don't want to go through all this. And if now in the future designs as we go along, we want to see people who are creating much better experience, like collapsing those steps. As I said, the MetaMask is trying to collapse everything to one space, that it becomes like one supermarket. That means that instead of leaving your MetaMask to go to somewhere else, you can still be at the MetaMask, inside MetaMask, and MetaMask is going to take you wherever else you want to go. And so that enhances user experience. And so, but all that now relies on your attention to details, listening and deep listening, so that you can learn as much as possible. I believe that because this is a true freedom that has come, true economic freedom that was not there in the traditional finance, that the only, you could say the last mile, the only thing left to do is for you to learn as a person, as an individual. There's nobody else standing between you and global finance. There's no one else. There's no other. You are the one. And when you understand that, first of all, you learn as much as you can, and then you teach as many people as you know who are within your circle of influence, so that they can learn how to become independent in the decentralized finance ecosystem. In the beginning, it's because you're still in the beginning stages of decentralized finance, user experience can feel painful. But I believe that in the next few years, like 2 years, even 1 year or so, the amount of work that's coming in this is tremendous to make user experience so much easier, that now operating on in a DeFi ecosystem will be this same way you experience, say, Facebook. You see, people go to Facebook without thinking twice, and they're able to do a lot of good stuff over there, because Facebook has been very much invested in user experience. And so even things like WhatsApp, people use WhatsApp without thinking too much or having a lot of pain in that. And so I see where this user experience is going in a year or two will be similar to what we're experiencing with Facebook or WhatsApp. Yeah, on the phone. Wow. Well, let me stop there. There's a lot to say about user experience, but I believe wallets like Trust Wallets, MetaMask, and the like are working very hard. And one final thing I want to tell you about this user experience. A lot of people think that they have lost their wallet when they lose the paper where they wrote their pass, the the secret words. You don't lose it unless you are logged out of your phone. If you have your phone and you're not logged out of your phone, that you can actually put up the phone and then you can log into it, you can find your passphrases in your settings. Okay, that's why I told you. Find out when study your wallet, find where the settings are, and find where the wallet keeps everything. When you create a wallet, there's information about that wallet. It's called about wallet, and then that info about wallet, then you will find your passphrases right there. Now, if you lose your device, that's a different matter. But if you have not lost your device, you still have your wallet with you, so long as you can log into it. All right. Well, let me let you go. Well, back to you, Dolphin.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. for those your additional points. Yeah, and comments regarding user experience improvement, and also giving us practical example of like MetaMask, which have been using UX. So thank you so much. Yeah, I can see we have a question from Damian. Yeah, the question is, what are the common challenges face women during DeFi empowerment in community?
Well, common challenges facing women. Common challenges, first of all, we go through lots of those challenges. It's about wallets, because when you're talking about DeFi, we begin with wallets, and we say the wallets are the gateway to the DeFi, to the decentralized finance world. So the first challenge, Damian, if you start teaching people, not just women, even men, is how to create a wallet, installing a wallet, like maybe a Trust wallet or MetaMask wallet on in their phone. Step one. Step two, when you have to install the app. And so the first challenge is people having access to the internet. So there's a lot of people without access to the internet. And luckily, Silo Foundation, Silo Foundation has created a new SSD wallet that's available through the phone network. So that's another story, but we need to actually understand that, just like the M-Pesa wallet, which does not require you to be on the internet, but you can have it on a USSD phone, which is called a feature phone. So the first challenge is having a phone. So having a phone today in Kenya, I don't know about Tanzania, you can tell us. In Kenya, there's a phone in almost every single family. Yeah, because statistically reported that the cell phone penetration in Kenya is 118%. 118% indicates there's more than one phone per family. So that's one challenge down. Now, having a phone doesn't mean that people will have internet. So the next challenge is having internet. So, but as with the USSD phone, it means that the internet is not even necessary. It is people can have cellular network, say like with Safaricom or Airtel, and that would be sufficient. But that is on the Silo network, and I think Silo network is very big in Africa today because of that. Because there's so many people who have got the what you call Mlika Mwizi or USSD phone, but they don't have a smartphone. So if you can get over that, then we go to the people with smartphone. The challenge of people with smartphone. People with smartphone, they can download the wallet application from Android. It's called, or maybe they have an iPhone. they can download it from the Apple Store. So that is not a problem downloading, because this the apps are not for sale, they're free. The next thing, they have to create a wallet inside the app. So creating a wallet is okay, because the wallet, when you're creating it, it means brand new, a public key for you. That public key is identity. But before the wallet can be created, you get the passcode, the passphrase, and that passphrase is a set of 12 words, which is also known as mnemonic phrase. So this mnemonic phrase, 12 words for Trust Wallet or MetaMask, and 24 words for Nginx. So when, or engine, it has got engine. So when you get those 12 words, you save them somewhere nicely, write them on a piece of paper. That's the next challenge. That although you can tell people 1,000 times to keep those words safe, not to send them by email, they still do it. Those are called human beings, that they omit details just because. That's a challenge. So you find challenge, because 2 weeks later, they will tell you, I lost the paper where I wrote my thing. Or maybe they were writing the words in a hurry, they misspelled some words. And if you misspell a word, okay, that's it. That's the end of your wallet. Because you cannot access the wallet with a misspelled word. These are 12 words. And so if the word is salt, one word is salt, S-A-L-T, and then you're writing in such a hurry that you write SLT and you omit L, then it will not open. So it's making sure that you're writing the words well in the correct sequence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They have to be in that order. And if you check the order, or you omit one word because of what? Because maybe you were tensed and then you forget to write one of the words, or maybe you mix them up without thinking, then you're also never going to access your wallet. Never, ever, ever. So that's a challenge with people, that they're telling you, I'm writing down this word. So you actually, if you're teaching people how to open a wallet, you have to also to make sure you double check that they are writing the words correctly, and in the correct order, and in the correct spelling. It becomes challenging for a lot of people in the communities. They don't have to be people in the village, even people in the cities, they have similar challenges. It's seriously annoying when people, particularly even people in colleges, making mistakes like that. But what can you do? Don't get annoyed with people. Just teach them again, because they're going to lose their wallet. But then if they misspell the words, or they put them, first of all, they put them in the incorrect order, they are not going to activate the wallet, because before the wallet becomes active, it requires you to re-enter the name in the very sequence that it displayed them to you. So that's a challenge, what people do with those words. And I mean, there are people who find that process very painful. Yeah, the people don't find that. So what I would like you to tell you is, you want to encourage people, women, not to find those processes painful, but to find them as processes that are going to lead them to freedom. It's not a painful process to take a piece of paper and write those things down. But there's some people who like to say anything that they have to do, they consider it complicated and difficult. So they are complaining all the time. So such people, they cannot get wealthy by complaining. So leave them alone, or tell them, listen, their complaints are not going to make them wealthy. If they want to receive money, they have to have a wallet. And in fact, that process of creating that passphrase is much less tedious than getting into a vehicle and going to the bank to open an account. So you open an account within 5 minutes. You open a wallet within 5 minutes. But if you had to open an account in a bank, it will take you one whole morning, being being hustled by those people in the banks. So that's the third challenge. And then the other thing is that people lose their devices. Oh my goodness. And so people lose their devices, and they also lose the papers where they wrote the past races. And then you're wondering why you don't even know what to tell such a person. Why did you lose it? But it's possible your phone can be stolen, but your paper cannot be stolen. See, your paper cannot be stolen. Who's going to steal from you a piece of paper? Yeah. So that kind of carelessness is what's a big challenge that you find with quite a number of people. And so you want to warn people, like when you're doing these things, to be careful, not to bring carelessness to work. If you're going to be careless, don't come to work, right? Because there's no point of coming to work and then you know you're going to be careless. Careless means that you come to work without care. So this work needs a lot of care. So I think that challenge I'm describing is the challenge of absence of care or carelessness. And there's a lot of people who lose their wallets because of absence of care, or they are not careful, or they're careless. So if you encounter people like that, well, first of all, when you're helping people, tell them that any absence of care is not admitted in this district. Yeah, you Akuna, don't bring careless with you. Even if you have mountains of it at home, leave it at home. Come with care packed in a big box, so that if the care that you have gets finished, you can eat some more. Okay, so you don't get hungry of care. That's the whole point. And is that to get these things done, you want to be very careful because you're talking about finance. Finance matters a lot to you. So these are the challenges. And then the final one is people unwillingness to learn. People who consider like learning is a punishment. They're almost the unredeemable kinds of people who think that they are doing you a favor because of learning. Such people are highly misguided because, or maybe they consider that what they have learned is sufficient for them. They don't need to learn anything new. And those people have now closed their mind to new knowledge. That's a huge challenge. And if you find people who have locked up their mind, they are not willing to learn, and they consider new knowledge to be evil. That's another thing. There's a lot of people, when you try to teach them something new, they just go in a tirade telling you that is all evil. It's coming from the devil himself. Those are dangerous people because, first of all, they are misguided, and they are likely to be kicked out of the Garden of Eden. Garden of Eden, where they are eating the fruits of knowledge of good and evil. So people who tell you that things are evil just because they don't want to do them, I think you just don't want to work. You don't want to bother with them too much, because there's nothing unless they get a change of consciousness. It's a consciousness that is like that, which is what was being described in the Holy Bible as in Genesis 2, is the fallen man, the fallen person, the fallen individual. That's the fallen one, is the one who ate from the fruit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Yeah, that person is a fallen person. You do not want that, because somebody who argues all the time against things that are happening, telling you about this and that. So these are challenges, and you can tell them. I think when you encounter such people, you don't even want to consider them challenges, because unless they change their consciousness to admit that this is the new technology that is important to learn. It has nothing to do with good or evil. It's just new technology they have to learn. So, and you see, there are people who will tell you that cryptocurrency is this and that, giving you a lot of conspiracy theories about crypto and decentralized finance, which has nothing to do with the truth. And what you want to ask them is whether WhatsApp is evil. Because the cryptocurrency or blockchain is just like WhatsApp. It's a technology that is exactly the same as WhatsApp. They use WhatsApp all the time. And even not WhatsApp, they use their telephone all the time to call people. So communication technology for communicating other people, if it is not evil, then the blockchain also is not evil, because the blockchain just helps you to communicate your value, the value of yourself. That is what's called crypto or decentralized finance. So it's a matter of communicating value, just like WhatsApp is a system for communicating text and voice messages. Then the blockchain is a system for communicating value. That's a very, very huge challenge with a lot of seriously challenged people who do not understand these things. They don't have understanding. But if such people become very challenging to you, you have to take the attitude of Hermes Tristus Magistus, the great, great, great Hermes Tristus Magistus. Hermes Tristus Magistus said, "The lips of wisdom are closed except the ears of understanding." Such that if you find people who are not understanding and they are cannibalizing the fruits of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, that means they're trying to characterize what you explain to them as evil. Those are people who are eating the fruit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. You know what happened to Adam and Eve for eating that fruit? They were cast out of Garden of Eden. So those are kind of people who want to be cast out of Garden of Eden, which means freedom of economic freedom. So what Hermes said about such people, because they're people of no understanding, is that don't bother explain to them so hard, because they might crucify you, as you know what they did to one other who they crucified. So in his explanation, Hermes said that you don't want to give them, you don't want to strive, explain to them so hard. Just give them little what they can digest, like small babies. But Hermes said, milk for babes, but meat for strong people. Don't give your babies meat, because your baby cannot digest meat. It means that they have got digestive problem. their alimentary system has not matured enough to digest the meat that you're trying to present to them. So that's what I'm saying. This is about challenges. It's like that when you encounter people who have got that level of challenge, which is a belief system challenge, who are trying to tell you that what you're doing is evil, that's about belief system. Is that you know that these people have very, very limited understanding of what's going on. And according to Hermes, milk for the babes, meat for strong men. Milk for the small babies, meat for the grown up. That means they have not grown up in their understanding. So grown up does not mean growing up in age. It means maturity of understanding is very low. So give them milk, don't give them meat, because they will get digestive crisis. Yeah. So I think that's all. That's the list of challenges that you get in all these things. Back to you. Any other question?
Okay. Okay, thank you, Daktari. Yeah, Damian, you can ask your question again. I drop off. Yeah, Damian had another question. Yeah, I drop out of, yeah, network issues.
Who dropped off? You dropped off or Damien dropped off?
Yeah, I dropped off me.
Oh.
So I can't see the message.
Hello.
Oh, hi, Damien.
I understand, sir. So I think you responded to all of my questions, so we can continue.
All right, thank you then.
Okay. So is there another question? Okay, so if there's no question, I guess we can now close the meeting. So first of all, I'd like to thank Fanny for the good presentation for today. And also I'd like to thank our CEO of Actuate Biomedicine, Dr. Macharia Waruingi, for being with us today. Yeah, we really appreciate you for taking your time for today's meeting, yeah, and sharing your knowledge and insights on today's topic. Yeah, and most of all, I'd like to thank each one of you for being here. So thank you. And yeah, I'll be sending the link to the form filling of attendance form. Kindly, I'll give you 5 minutes to fill the form. Yeah, and then I'll close the form. Yeah. So next week, yeah, we'll be starting cohort 3. So I hope, yeah, to see you all. And if you wish to become a topic master, yeah, feel free to reach out to me. So with that, I think the meeting is adjourned. Unless, Doc, you have something to add.
Well, I don't have anything useful to add. Well, but let me take that back. Say one useful thing to add is keep inviting people to our summit in December. Let's meet there and have a very, very big party. All right? Yeah. So we shall have a festival of decentralized finance in Nairobi. Yeah. And festival of quadratic funding and festival of good user interfaces or user experience. Festival of great experiences. Let's say that. All right, everyone. Have a good one. Thank you so much and bye-bye. Okay, bye. Thank you, Delphi.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. I've just posted the attendance form. Kindly fill it. Yeah, I'll give you 5 minutes.
Okay.